Hello and welcome. This is a tutorial for using Sketchup, formerly known as Google Sketchup, which is a 3D CAD program. CAD is computer-aided design, so we can build models, various shapes, to varying levels of detail. The first thing we're going to do is search it on Google. It'll be SketchUp free because this software is offered with a pro version where you can pay for it and you have more options. And then there's this free version that operates in the browser, and so we'll just pop up from here, click start modeling. Just right away you start loading it, and in the browser operates pretty decently. There will be things that could crash the program, we may see later, so I'm going to ignore this. Don't be intimidated by this man, he's just here to help. We're going to first look at some pre-made models so we'll get a good idea of what's possible within the app and just kind of have some fun first before we try to do anything complicated. So what I did here is click on the side toolbar the Components tab, which I guess its main purpose is to look up already made parts that people have allowed us to use, so there's no issue there. I'm going to look up this one that I've seen before. Someone named it Ford Mansion. Sorry, I'm distracted here because there's just some crazy stuff that you could end up finding here. I don't want to crash my browser, so I'm going to use this that I've seen before already. Submitted by Josh A. It's called the Ford Mansion. It's just a house with a driveway in the front with 4 very detailed cars. Okay, so now I have this cursor, which means that the model is about to pop in like this, and it moves around. It doesn't really matter where you place it, just click somewhere, try to get it to stop following you. It'll go blue, don't panic, just go over to this left toolbar and swap to the select tool. Just click it one time and you should be okay. So now I'm using the scroll bar to zoom out, and you can see what we were looking at was the pillars on the mansion here, and now we have our guy out in front. That was just by accident actually, but I want to get rid of the blue, so I clicked away from it. Here I'm rotating. This is clicking in the scroll bar and then getting this symbol and then just moving to the right or the left to rotate the axis here of the camera. So I'll try to get a good angle and then come in by scrolling again. So it will scroll to wherever you're pointing. So if you want to check out the car here and you're like amazed by the detail of these vents, or you want to see inside the car, see that they've colored the leather. This person obviously loves Ford cars. Hopefully they work there and they're living the dream. We have 2 Mustangs, probably a Focus, or a Taurus, probably a Focus. I do believe it is. And then the F-150 Raptor. I'm also a Ford fan. That's why I found this. But and then a pretty decent house. This is honestly uncommon to me to see like cars this well made. I'm used to pretty just regular parts that I've seen because I've taken a CAD course at the university I go to. And I just learned to make simple parts. So I'll show you how to make like a box now. So you can search anything here, and then it'll pull up, and you can place it, and then you can place more objects. You can line them up. Like you could make this car separately and then put it on the driveway. And so it's kind of endless opportunities, whatever you can draw. Alright, so the next thing we'll do is make something ourselves. Okay, so leaving this here, hope for the best, not too much lag. I think we'll get out this pencil drawing tool. Alright, so we get two options. This is freehand, and this is line. We want line because we're just going to make a square. So here I'm waiting until it turns green. That means we're even with an axis somewhere, which is a good thing. So I'm letting go here, and I've just created a line. I'm not sure where it is actually. It seems pretty far away, to be honest. This perspective is very weird for me. Alright, so again, waiting for a color. Green would be even with that line. This would be on a different axis. This would be a red, green, and blue axis. So as a red line here, I will create another one, and then I'll try to get another green axis. I do not want to make this line. So I'm going to do the select tool to get rid of it, and then I'll click the pencil button again, which is the line button. And it says green, so it has an idea of what I want to do. I want to make this green line. This will make it parallel with the line from before. Here's not a great perspective to draw from. I am underneath the model from before. So I want to make it even with this. This is pretty hard to see, but it is pretty cool. I'm going to make a line, and I want to make it even with this one. So I go up to it, and then you can see the dotted line turn green, and it's very light. As soon as that goes red, I know I've made a rectangle. I don't know why it's loading here, but I click to try to do it, and it seems to have frozen from the giant mansion above. Alright, here we go. We've lost it and come back. Alright, so that will finish the square, and it turns into a plane. You can see how it changed colors. So now this is a flat plane. Perfect 90-degree angles because of the color tools that help you out. Feel free to grab paint, which will load over here when it's ready. Maybe that was it. There it goes. Alright. See, the mansion will cause a lot of lag, so be careful with what you use, and that's why I would recommend investing in the paid version if you're interested in this, but try out, of course, the free version first. Alright, so this is the push-pull button. This will help us create a 3D object. I'll click the regular push-pull, just select the rectangle, and then move in a direction. There it goes. Just waiting on it. This is misbehaving currently. It normally does not act up like this. Do not know what happened here. Alright, this is strange. Alright, we're in the mansion for some reason. And our model has been made very oddly. If you saw what happened, I did not. But you can just continue to mess around. If it'll work. You know what, I might delete that mansion because it's bothering me at this point. Okay, it did what I was trying to get it to do, but it's changing up the view. So I'm going to do the select tool, I'm going to click the mansion, it's highlighted, and click the delete button and it's going to go away. Simple as that. Now I have my two shapes, which are as intended. And that's pretty much how to make regular shapes. Then you have extra tools here. Like I'll try out the freehand. Draw a very poor circle. Wait for this toolbar to load, and then shrink it down, but it's ignoring me still. Alright, there it goes. Alright, it just goes through. So you can draw anything there. Do a more calculated line draw out here, there, and it'll do a circle like that. That'll help you get a more accurate circle if you really want one of these, and then you can make like a hot tub or something, you know, just whatever you're trying to do. And then there's ways to get specific measurements if you want to actually make parts. You can mess around with that. I just want to show you the basics so that you can figure out what's going on. So it's pretty simple, and that's it.